Guys, in today's video, I'm going to be going over my WWE and AEW action figure collection. Altogether, probably 30-something figures, maybe, give or take. The next video I'll be doing is like a review after I get several new wrestlers. I'll give a sneak peek on that on my TikTok page and my Instagram. Just go over and follow BPCW Wrestling. It had the same profile picture as my YouTube channel. So we'll just get right in this video. The first figure I'll talk about is the Bray Wyatt Fiend. This is this Ultimate Edition. Just pretty well, great figure. The next figure is the Jey Uso Top Picks Elite. You can find this one at Walmart for $20-something, give or take. Next up is the Seth Rollins, dressed as Dusty Rhodes. If you ain't got this figure, you can go on Ringside and use discount code STAGES from WSC. All capital letters. This is from Hell in a Cell when he fought Cody with his torn bicep. No, torn pectoral muscle. Next up, we have Austin Theory. This is a great elite. Just the thing I don't like about it is the head scan. I mean, I know the new one's got a better head scan, but I mean, good Lord, look at this. It's just plumb awful. Next up, we have the Undertaker Elite that came with the SummerSlam Build-A-Figure. Came with John Cole, the referee. I like this Undertaker. I just wish I had a different head scan to put on him. But, I mean, at the end of the day, he's still pretty well good. Next up is my Brody King AEW Unrivaled series. I picked this one up at Walmart a few months ago. I kind of wish we can get a Supreme edition of him. So there's Brody King. Next up is none other than the best in the world, CM Punk Supreme edition. I picked this one up at Walmart for a Walmart exclusive. I like to get some of the Ringside Collectibles CM Punk figures. I think that they're more better than this. Next up, we have none other than the Tribal Chief with his Ulafala, his red boots, and the red gauntlet. I took this shirt off of another Roman Reigns Elite that I had. It seems like it just fits better with the Ulafala. I picked this one up at Walmart as well. Got it with the Undisputed Championship. Then we have Sheamus. I like this figure. I just wish that we could have got the Celtic Warrior instead of this one in the Elite set. I mean, it's okay with me. Yeah, I just don't like some of the features on this one. Next up, we have the worst figure in my collection. And my wrestlers just fell, but that's alright. This is the Chris Jericho AEW Unrivaled. It's from his WCW days. I don't know why they recreated this. To me, back then, I wasn't even born yet. But this figure, it's really not worth adding in your collection. To me, I just picked it up for a good deal. So, next up, we have the Kane Elite from the Royal Rumble Collection Build-A-Figure. I plan on getting the Demon Kane instead of this version. I like the Attitude Era better. Next up, we have a commentator from figurestoycompany.com. Kind of looks like Mean Gene, like a knockoff, but I plan on getting a Mean Gene Okerlund to put over on my commentator set. This is okay though. Next up, we do have the Rated R Superstar, aka Adam Copeland. This, to me, is my favorite attire figure. I just wish I had the red and black red and white tights. I think it would have been a better attire to put on this one. Excuse me. Next up, we have Bradshaw when he was in APA. I mean, this one I really do love. Back in the WWE Legends series, quite frankly, I think him and Farouk was the best ones out of that series. So I picked him up for a good deal off Facebook. Next up, we have the New Day Xavier Woods. I picked him up at Walmart. I kind of like this figure. I just wish they gave him a better head scan with the afro or whatever you want to call this. To me, I just don't like the head scan. Next up, we do have Toni Storm, one of my only women wrestling figures that I do have. I don't use them very much, but I do plan on using them every now and then before too long. So there's one of my women wrestling figures. Next up, we have the Tribal Chief wannabe, Solo Sikoa. I do like his figure, but I just wish that he came with his new attire and stuff. The towel don't really stay on there that good, but there is the Solo Sikoa. Next up, we do have Farouk that came with Bradshaw. I got off Facebook. Like I said again, it's two of the best figures to ever come out of the Legend series. Then we got the Gold Standard Shelton Benjamin. I kind of wish that this one had a few more options with it, but I've used this one more than I practically use any of my other ones. I mean, you could tell the head's very loose on it. I liked him back in this attire, in this era, especially when he would always bring his mama out with him. That was pretty funny to me. Next up, we do have the Build-A-Figure John Cole referee that came in the Royal Rumble Elite series. To me, I really don't have no opinions about this. I just needed a referee and bought the whole set. Next up, we do have the Sami Zayn figure. I picked this one up at Walmart as well, where I get most of my figures at. I kind of like the Supreme better, and the boots, I wish they was actually accurate. These are a little bit taller than what he's actually used to wearing. And then the mold for the pants, they're just a little bit too thick to me, to be honest. Next up, we do have the Viper Randy Orton Supreme. I like this figure a little bit better. I wish I could find like the early 2000s Randy and add to my collection, but this one will work for now. And then we have the Final Boss Rock. I picked him up at Walmart as well. To me, this figure kind of stands out for having some issues. I don't know about y'all's, but mine, the legs are kind of a little bit stiff to move around, like in the knee joints, stuff like that. I'll eventually get another Rock and probably fix this one up for something else. Next up, we have another commentator, a JBL knockoff from Figures Toy Company. I got this one when I got my knockoff Mean Gene Okerlund. And I just needed some commentators, just like the ref. Next up, we have X-Pac from the Royal Rumble collection Build-A-Figure. On this figure, I rather had the DX version trunks and, well, singlet and all that, but it's okay with me. Next up, we do have LA Knight Elite. I'm eventually going to get the Defining Moments Elite. It's a better figure than this, but I mean, you can make a lot of stuff out of this when you get the Defining Moments. Next up, we do have the Animal Batista Supreme from Walmart. I'd rather see him in his red attire and his red boots than the blue trunks. Just personal favorite. Next up, we do have an AEW figure, Frankie Kazarian. I liked him a whole lot better back when he was in TNA, but that's okay. Next up, we do have Shane O'Mac. I picked him up from Amazon for a good price and a good deal. He came with a commentator table. We have, other than Frankie Kazarian's, we have Scorpio Sky. It's actually my first figure of him. The only issue that I have with him, he's got like a little pebbles and stuff on top of his head and his shoulders that I need to sand off eventually. But other than that, a well-rounded great figure. Next up, we had the Whole Damn Show, Rob Van Dam. I picked him up from Walmart with the, I can't remember what set this one was in. I got him for like a good deal at Walmart. I picked him up when he was on clearance. The only thing wrong with this one is the head just way too loose. I'd rather have the Defining Moments for the gear on that. Next up, we do have the Miz Elite Top Picks. Came with the entrance coat, I think, and came with the WWE spinner belt. And I picked this one up off Amazon with Shane McMahon. And the last figure in my collection, we do have Orange Cassidy. I picked this one up at Walmart. Good figure, don't get me wrong. The only thing I would change about this one is the shoes. I don't like those at all. But this is my figure collection going into 2025. I will be buying some new figures before too long. I'll do a review on that. Give y'all a sneak peek of the figures on my Instagram and TikTok. So I will set these up here in just a minute. That way we can just like do a little pan out of the figures. So just give me 1 second here.